Yesterday, whistleblower testimony came out from an IRS supervisory special agent, current supervisory special agent, who insists he was in a meeting with U.S. Attorney David Weiss, who in October 2022 claimed in front of multiple people that he was told not to pursue the Hunter Biden investigation, not to bring charges in 2022. You said previously you've stayed out of the Hunter Biden investigation. It's been on David Weiss to figure that out. Can you once and for all shed a little light? There seems to be a little confusion on what's going on here.
I'd be happy to. As I said at the outset, Mr. Weiss, who was appointed by President Trump as the U.S. Attorney in Delaware and assigned this matter during the previous administration, would be permitted to continue his investigation and to make a decision to prosecute any way in which he wanted to and in any district in which he wanted to. Mr. Weiss has since sent a letter to the House Judiciary Committee confirming that he had that authority. I don't know how it would be possible for anybody to block him from bringing a prosecution, given that he has this authority.
And he was never told no.
I say he was given complete authority to make all decisions on his own.
Question. Rush.
Mr. Garland, just to follow up on that, one of the allegations that one of the IRS supervisors apparently made involved the fact that Mr. Weiss reportedly wanted to have the powers you've conferred on special counsels. Was that request ever made? And if so, why did you reject it?
It was not. The only person with authority to make somebody a special counsel or refuse to make somebody a special counsel is the Attorney General. Mr. Weiss never made that request to me.
Do you think, just to follow on that, do you think that a special counsel, can you explain the rationale for not appointing a special counsel in this case?
Mr. Weiss had, in fact, more authority than a special counsel would have. He had and has complete authority, as I said, to bring a case anywhere he wants in his discretion.
Last question.
Just an on-topic question. What do these indictments actually do to stop? I have an off-topic as well, unfortunately.
Of course.
But what do these indictments do to actually stop these companies from operating? Obviously, Secretary Blinken met with his Chinese counterparts recently. Did he bring up the need for these specific companies to be shuttered in China, so they're not allowed to do this further, and to extradite the people that were charged and are still in China?
I don't have a readout from that meeting, so I direct you to the State Department on that question. I think we're talking about a whole of government approach here. We have prosecutions, we have arrests, we have indictments, we have sanctions by the Treasury Department, we have diplomacy by the State Department, all together intended to make it difficult, if not impossible, for the precursor companies to continue to send the fentanyl precursors to Mexico.
And on the off topic, I mean, with the exception of what you've said today, you've deferred all other questions related to the Hunter Biden investigation to Mr. Weiss. Mr. Weiss has declined to comment on any of this, with the exception of his letter to the House Judiciary that just says that he had the ultimate authority to charge and where to charge. But on these specific allegations that these whistleblowers have brought forward, there's very detailed allegations. Would you authorize him to answer to some of the more specific allegations that these IRS whistleblowers have come forward with?
Look, I would support Mr. Weiss explaining or testifying on these matters when he deems it appropriate.
Sorry, one more question. Carrie.
Mr. Attorney General, Republicans in Congress have flirted with the idea of holding the FBI director in contempt. It's become a talking point on the campaign trail, the alleged corruption in the FBI and other federal law enforcement agencies. Do the American people have cause to be concerned about the integrity of the components of this Justice Department, and what do you have to say about how they're acting?
I certainly understand that some have chosen to attack the integrity of the Justice Department and its components and its employees by claiming that we do not treat like cases alike. This constitutes an attack on an institution that is essential to American democracy and essential to the safety of the American people. Nothing could be further from the truth. You've all heard me say many times that we make our cases based on the facts and the law. These are not just words. These are what we live by. They are the foundation of the way we make these decisions. The agents of the FBI, as well as the DEA, the ATF, our deputy U.S. Marshals, every day, often at great personal risk, protect the American people and secure its safety. Our cases are based on their work. I could not be more proud to work with them.
Thank you, everyone.